New Girl Career Day, written by Melissa K. Willis. Act 1, Interior Loft, Jess's room, day. Jess rummages through her closet, deep in thought, and pulls out 2 dresses.
Okay, so I need 2 killer outfits for this week. What do you think about these?
She holds up the first one, a modest indigo number with a black belt.
This one is cute and professional, but I feel like I'd look like Violet Beauregard should a bloating situation arise, and that's definitely a possibility, if you know what I mean. I don't want to get squeezed. I mean, where did they even take her?
She raises the second one in her other hand, a cute yellow sundress.
This is cute too. Maybe a little less professional, but it will hide any bloating. The only problem is that I'll be a walking cliche because I'll actually look like the sun.
Reveal. Nick, Winston, Schmidt, and Coach are all sitting on her bed looking at her, wearing various looks of torture.
Come on, you guys, this is really important.
Dear God, make it stop!
So this is what hell feels like. I like the yellow one. It's not like any of those kids will know what a cliche is anyway. And I still have nightmares about Violet.
Thank you, Coach. See? You're a life coach, too.
Don't push it.
Jess, it doesn't matter what you wear, okay? You'll be great either way. But if I had to choose, the yellow one.
The yellow one is nice, yes.
Yeah, fine, the yellow one.
Now, was that so hard?
Yes.
Yes!
Can we go now?
Oh, wait, I have another one.
She turns back to her closet. The guys all get up to leave.
Ah!
That's it, I'm out.
Smash to main titles. Interior loft, kitchen, morning. Nick, Schmidt, and Coach sit at the island. Jess enters to make herself some tea, only she drops her Keurig cup in her mug instead.
Jess! That is Colombian nutmeg spice with a dash of Madagascar cinnamon. It has to be stored at room temperature or it ruins the flavor.
Huh?
She looks down and groans.
Oh, crap.
Jess, you're stressing yourself out way too much.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
You guys, I'm in charge of career day. It's my responsibility. I don't want to get fired again, and I kind of hate career day. A lot.
Why?
Remember what happened last year?
Flashback, interior, school, classroom, afternoon. A student's father, wearing a white apron, finishes a slideshow.
And that's how hot dogs are made.
The students are horrified. Back to present.
Plus, Dr. Blackwell, the school board president, already hates me.
Flashback, interior, school, teacher's lounge, afternoon. Jess enters, carrying a beautiful assortment of flowers in a vase and places it at the center of the table. Dr. Blackwell, an older woman with a stern face, begins sneezing like crazy. Jess, looking concerned, takes the flowers and runs away. Dr. Blackwell scowls after her. Back to present.
Apparently, she's allergic to lilies and other carefully planned floral arrangements.
Would she really hate you for that? She seems so nice.
Well, probably not, if that were the only thing.
Flashback, exterior, school, parking lot, day. Jess almost hits Dr. Blackwell crossing the street with her car. Flashback, interior, school, bathroom, day. Jess tries to enter a stall and walks in on Dr. Blackwell.
Broken latch, I'm sorry.
Flashback, exterior, highway, day. Jess sees a napkin fly out of another car and gets angry.
Litter is destroying our planet and ecosystem.
She pulls up to a light next to the car and sees Dr. Blackwell behind the wheel. Dr. Blackwell gives her the side eye. Back to present. They all look uncomfortable.
Jess, the trick is to fake it until you make it. Rule number 1, never show weakness. I mean, look at Winston.
Winston enters, grinning ear to ear.
You know what, Schmidt? I'm gonna pretend you didn't just say that. You know why? Because nothing can ruin my mood today.
Nick gets up to give Winston some love.
Happy Banks Day, man.
Happy Banks Day?
Banks Day? What's that? Oh, but I guess you can't really top a Schmidt-a-ween.
Oh, right, Banks. Can't wait to meet him. I've heard nothing but good things about the guy.
He left his job as an investment banker to build orphanages in Haiti.
He climbed Mount Kilimanjaro twice.
Winston holds up 2 fingers.
He once set a triathlon record because it was the quickest way to get where he was going.
That man knows how to live life.
What's he do now? Everything else must seem lame after doing all of that.
He's Bill Gates' right-hand man.
Nick nods in approval. Everyone else looks stunned.
But he has to at least be ugly, right?
Nick shakes his head.
Modeled for Calvin Klein in high school.
We gotta go pick him up from the airport. See you guys later.
Nick and Winston exit.
No one is that perfect. Not even me after a day at the gym.
He might be. I wonder if he'll help me with my endurance training.
I'm gonna ask him to speak at Career Day.
Jess, none of that can possibly be true.
I need speakers, badly. Ones who are dead, crazy, or in jail. Hey, do you want to do it? I'd love to have you.
Are you kidding? I didn't even like kids when I was one. They're mean and awful and are the most honest people in the world. They made me see everything bad about myself. But I overcame that to become the glorious specimen I am today.
Schmidt, you're talking to someone who was also an overweight child, and I spent all day with them. Please.
I'm sorry, Jess. Ask me again later, okay?
Okay. Now?
Interior school, Jess's office, day. Jess is seated at her desk. Coach enters with a quiet young boy of about 13 with an innocent face. Frankie.
What's going on?
Frankie's been having some trouble with the other kids in class.
Again? Do you want to talk about it, Frankie?
Frankie shakes his head sadly, looking at the floor.
Middle school kids are the worst.
Jess gives him a not now look and does a head point toward Frankie.
Is there anything else I can do to help?
Can he stay here with you for a while?
Is that what you'd like to do, Frankie?
Frankie nods. Coach looks shaken. Jess walks over to him and speaks in a low voice so Frankie can't hear.
Is everything okay with you?
What do you mean?
You look like they were picking on you.
Like I can't handle a bunch of tweens.
Flashback, exterior, sidewalk, day. 13-year-old Coach is being chased by a group of mean classmates. Back to present. He exits nervously.
I thought he'd never leave.
What?
You're looking fine today, Miss Day.
She spins around to face him, stunned. He twitches his eyebrows. Dr. Foster enters.
Miss Day, may I see you in my office for a moment, please?
He exits.
Wait here for a minute, okay, Frankie?
Interior school hallway continuous. Interior school, Dr. Foster's office continuous. Jess enters and takes a seat across the desk from him.
As you are aware, Career Day is tomorrow. I've just received word that Dr. Blackwell will be visiting to sit in on some of the sessions.
Jess swallows a lump in her throat.
That's great!
I don't think I have to tell you that we need to knock this out of the park. This is your baby and I need you to deliver.
We haven't gotten to the sex ed unit yet, but point taken.
Dr. Foster leans in closer.
I've heard that there may be some cuts coming and that they're looking for some ways to trim the fat. We have 24 hours left to make this thing work.
They stand and walk toward the door.
Don't worry, Dr. Foster. We're going to make this the best career day ever. I can't believe the awesome guests we have lined up.
That's great. Who are they?
Well, it's a surprise.
I can't wait to find out. I'm counting on you, Miss Day.
Jess nods and he slaps her on the back.
Have a good day.
Interior, Nick's car, afternoon. Nick drives with Banks, a gorgeous man roughly his age with sun-kissed skin, natural highlights, and the body of a beach volleyball player riding shotgun. Winston and Schmidt, who is obviously irritated, are in the back.
That's incredible! I wish I could accomplish half the stuff you already have. Why can't you? I'm not particularly motivated, you know.
I think you...
You have to decide which you want more, that's all.
Okay, so let me ask you this. I'm a cop. I love being a cop. How do I know if this is my career and not just another job?
You know what I think?
Do you love being a cop more than anything else?
I don't know, man. I love Ferguson a lot. Basketball, Celine Dion.
I think you should...
Personally, I don't think you should give up on basketball. It's your thing. Never give up on your dreams, buddy.
That's great advice, Banks. Thanks.
Buddy? Really? People really still say that? But yeah, he's gotten a little chubby and he's not getting any younger. Being a cop is a much safer choice.
Schmidt, people point guns at him.
Yeah, and this isn't Chubb. I had a big breakfast.
This is Los Angeles. Who hasn't had a gun pointed at them?
I could whip you into shape in no time.
I just want what's best for you, buddy.
Buddy.
Interior, Jess's car, late afternoon. Jess drives along the highway with Cece dressed to the nines and all made up.
Don't worry, it'll be great, and I'll be right out here.
I know, I just haven't had a modeling job in so long, it's just... It'll be fine.
It will. If they don't pick you, I'll totally send them bad vibes. Oh, are you coming to speak tomorrow?
The callback is tomorrow. I'm sorry, Jess, I can't.
I understand. Good luck. I'll see you when you get out.
Cece exits the car. Jess, frustrated, leans on her steering wheel for a moment and pulls away. Act 2, interior, Nick's bar, early evening. Nick works from behind the bar. Winston, Schmidt, Coach, and Banks sit across from him.
So then I said, all right, I'll do it with my eyes closed this time.
Get out of here, man.
No way that happens.
It's true, I swear.
I'm sorry, Banks, is it? I didn't catch your first name.
It's just Banks. No one uses my first name.
Schmidt tenses and smiles uneasily.
What did you say your name was again?
Schmidt. Just Schmidt. Nick's original and some would say best roommate.
Nice to meet you. Again.
They size each other up.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if I know it.
You've always had a terrible memory, Bishop. Remember that time when you buried your G.I. Joes so Nick wouldn't hide them from you and you forgot where you buried them?
Everyone laughs, Schmidt in a fake and uncomfortable way. Cece rushes in, looking at her feet, and heads past the bar with Jess not far behind. Jess carries a large shopping bag.
Don't ask.
What happened? She didn't make the cut?
Jess shakes her head.
I need a drink.
Pink wine coming up.
I brought everyone brownies.
Why?
Well, you know, I thought we could all use them.
Yeah, right. You brought these brownies so we'll speak at career day.
He takes one and chomps on it, thinking.
All right, I'll do it. I have no idea what to talk about since I don't actually have a career, and I may fall asleep during my presentation, but count me in.
I've taken care of that too.
She rummages through her shopping bag with a plume and sets several things on the bar as Cece re-enters, ready to work.
That photographer was such a jerk. Best in the business, please. I would love to go back and just tell him.
That he made a horrible mistake? Hi, I'm Banks.
He kisses her hand and she is mesmerized. They can't take their eyes off each other.
CC.
Schmidt wedges between Winston and Banks, directly in front of Cece.
Hi, I'm Jess. You know, it's so great to finally meet you. We've heard so much about you. So you guys have known each other for, like, forever, right?
Since we were 5.
Mrs. Mason's class. We've been best friends ever since.
So this is your first time in Los Angeles?
Yes, but I've been to all 7 continents with the Peace Corps.
Would you mind speaking at my school's career day tomorrow morning? I think you'd be really inspiring and I could really use several extra speakers.
Absolutely.
Great! Anyone else want to volunteer?
Everyone looks around at each other.
Seriously?
Jess, why would you want either of us to speak? Okay, we have no idea how to inspire children. All right, I'm a law school dropout who has a negative checking account.
And I'm a bartender who used to be a model.
Used to be. There's no reason you still shouldn't be if that's what you want. See, you seem to be way too smart and feisty to let one jerk determine your future. Not to mention the fact that you're the most beautiful model I've ever seen.
Easy there, Marky Mark.
Jess looks at Schmidt. He feels her uncomfortable gaze.
Sorry, Jess, it's just not my thing.
Schmidt! I thought you might say that.
She begins handing out small stacks of index cards to each of them.
Jess, this says I'm an astronaut who also invented satellite radio?
She nods.
This says I'm the highest ranking rabbi in North America.
She stares at him, stony-faced.
I'm the owner of a chain of several organic grocery stores.
We can't do this, Jess. I don't know anything about
He looks again to be sure.
being the top commercial aviator in the world.
And we'd be lying to the kids. It's not right.
My main objectives are to inspire these kids and to keep my job. These notes complete both of those objectives. It's a white lie. They'll believe they can do anything.
They all consider this.
Speaking of believing, you can do anything. Hey, Bishop, remember that time you got slapped at homecoming for having 2 dates?
Everyone laughs. Schmidt looks increasingly annoyed.
How about the time Winston peed himself because he was afraid to go to the bathroom after watching Gremlins for the first time?
More laughter.
I was just a kid.
You were 15.
Man, I still don't like going to the bathroom alone.
Remember that time when Winston thought he had PMS because Jess did?
What?
I never did that.
You definitely did that, man.
Those cramps were real.
And that time I caught Nick wearing Jess's underwear?
The laughter becomes more uncomfortable.
I was half asleep. I thought they were mine.
Remember how everyone saw Nick's penis except for me? Have you seen Nick's penis?
What is happening?
A beat of awkward silence.
You know what this calls for? A game of True American. What's True American?
Interior, loft, dining room, night.
Banks. You have taught us many things. You taught Nick how to fix things.
Sure did.
You taught me how to kiss a girl.
Bank nods. The others give him questioning looks.
And now we give you True American. We didn't start playing this until we started saving the world. This is our gift to you. Let's pick teams.
I think CC should be on my team.
It doesn't work that way. We select teams by number matching.
What's her story? Is she seen anyone?
We used to be a thing. She doesn't date me.
Used to, huh? Maybe she's just picked the wrong guys.
Nah, she says no one compares to me.
So basically you want to avoid the lava floor.
And you want me to be the first team to take the castle?
The crazy's always a wild card.
You'll get the hang of it.
1, 2, 3.
They hold their fingers up to their heads with varying numbers. Jess and Nick hold up 4s. Cece, Winston, and Banks hold up 2s. Schmidt and Coach hold up 1s.
Can you believe this guy?
No, I think I'm in love with him.
Okay, I just want to remind everyone that no one can get so drunk that they show up hungover. Got it?
Abbreviated game, got it.
We just want to show Banks how to play.
Flash forward interior loft, dining room, night.
1, 2, 3, JFK!
They all grab a beer and scurry to the furniture.
Ask not what your country can do for you.
But what you can do for your country!
They all move ahead. Flash forward loft, dining room, a little while later.
The lava! It's eating my feet! Ah!
Flash forward living room, a little while later. Nick roars and pretends he's a dinosaur. Cece and Winston scurry across some chairs. Flash forward loft, dining room, a little while later.
We're all up in your moat.
All up in it.
All the trash belongs
In the junkyard!
They toss their empty cans and they all miss.
Okay, that's it for me, guys. I'm going to bed. Wrap it up soon so you'll be fresh for tomorrow. Night.
Night, Jess.
Flash forward interior dining room, late night, early morning. Nick, Cece, Schmidt, and Banks are still playing. Banks falls in the lava.
Oh, well, that's a shame. You're dead.
What is wrong with you?
Just playing the game, Cease.
Then play the game and stop acting like a jerk.
I'm not the jerk here, but by all means, keep pretending that I am. It's convenient.
You know what? I'm tired. I'm going to bed.
Cece, wait.
Cece exits, grabbing a couple of bottles on the way, and Banks follows. Schmidt looks after them.
I was just about to capture the castle. Damn it!
I'm going to bed too. See you in the morning.
Off of Nick, shrugging and chugging away at the king. Interior loft, kitchen, the next morning. Jess is perky. Coach is somber. Winston is dozing off at the island. Schmidt enters.
Are you off to work?
No, silly. I'm coming to speak at Career Day.
Really? Thank you so much, Schmidt.
I wouldn't miss this for the world. I'm even going to ride with you guys.
Jess moves to hug him. He steps back.
This is a freshly pressed shirt, Jess.
Jess steps back slowly, carefully.
Winston,
His head bolts up.
can you make sure the others are up and ready to go in the next hour? I have some setup to do at work. I know how long it takes Cece to get ready. Nick won't know which pants to wear, and Banks, he'll probably be fine. But just wake them up anyway, okay?
Yeah, sure.
All right, we're leaving. See you later.
They exit. Interior loft, living room, continuous. Winston sees Cece and Banks lying at opposite ends of the couch and Nick on the floor, all sound asleep.
Just a little 20-minute nap. Well, don't mind if I do.
Winston sets the alarm on his watch and lays down next to Nick on the floor. Interior school, Jess's office, morning. Jess sits down as Coach enters with Frankie.
Again? Frankie, could you wait outside for a minute, please?
Frankie exits.
What's happening?
The kids are awful. I don't feel like I'm doing enough to protect him, but I don't know what to do. Jess, I don't know if I can be a teacher.
Coach, I need you to get your head in the game. I'm going to hand you the ball, and I need you to run with it, okay?
That's traveling.
Interior loft, living room, mid-morning. Everyone is in their same position, sound asleep. Winston spoons Nick. An alarm beeps impatiently in the background, going unnoticed. Nick begins to stir and sits bolt upright. He grabs Winston's arm to look at his watch. He lets his arm drop. Winston, Cece, and Banks jump up in fear and confusion as Nick runs off screen. Winston looks at his watch.
Go, 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 go!
Ah!
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god!
She keeps scrambling to get off the couch but can't get out of it. Banks looks around, dazed, but figures out what's going on. They all run to get dressed, doors slamming behind each of them. Act 3. Interior school hallway continuous. Jess hurries down the hall carrying posters under one arm and a mustache mug with a tea bag dangling out of it in the opposite hand. Her phone rings. She readjusts to answer.
Hey, where are you? I thought you'd be here by now.
Interior Nick's car, highway day.
Jess, we overslept. We're running late.
We're really sorry, Jess!
Interior school hallway continuous. Jess marches faster. She's furious.
I specifically told you not to oversleep. Do you guys know what today means to me? My job is on the line. I can't believe...
She rounds the corner at top speed and whack slams into Dr. Blackwell, stabbing her with the posters and spilling tea all down her front.
Jess, is everything okay?
I'm so sorry.
Dr. Blackwell is tight-lipped and angry, but doesn't say a word.
Let me help you with that.
She puts her stuff down and digs a pack of tissues out of her pocket, pulling one out and dabbing at Dr. Blackwell's chest.
Jess, are you still there?
Dr. Blackwell now looks uncomfortable and angry. Jess stops dabbing.
And that's why I don't teach the sexual harassment class.
She laughs a forced laugh, but stops when it's not returned. Dr. Blackwell walks away towards the bathroom with her back to Jess.
I will see you this afternoon.
She rolls her eyes and gathers her things. Interior school classroom continuous. Jess leans against the wall and looks at the ceiling. Schmidt is going over some note cards.
Well, I'm glad at least you're taking this seriously.
Oh, you know, just looking over some last-minute things so I don't forget.
Interior Nick's car, highway, day. They're stuck in traffic. Nick beats his steering wheel. Winston in the passenger seat tries his hardest not to doze off. Banks holds his head, nursing what appears to be the world's worst hangover. Cece punches the roof repeatedly. She looks terrible.
Go! Go! Go!
Interior school classroom, early afternoon.
Welcome to Career Day, class. I want to kick things off with our very own coach.
The children applaud. Schmidt sits next to Frankie.
I've got this speech locked down so hard.
Frankie stares straight ahead.
There's a stain on your shirt.
Schmidt becomes preoccupied with it. There really is no stain, but now he can't unsee the non-stain. He keeps messing with it. Coach stands there in silence, frozen, staring at the back wall for a good 10 seconds.
Coach.
Hi, I'm Coach. I teach gym down the hall. Middle schoolers terrify me, and I'm not sure if this job is right for me.
The kids stare back at him.
We all fear new people, but you're not really terrified of these awesome kids, are you?
Coach shakes his head in a no meaning yes sort of way. Frankie raises his hand.
Yes, Frankie?
Why do you think we're scary? We're the nicest kids in Los Angeles.
Coach is rattled. Nick, Cece, Winston, and Banks enter, tiptoeing. They mouth, sorry, and lean against an adjacent wall.
Okay, let's give Coach a big hand.
The class gives him an awkward round of applause.
Psst.
Nick gives him the me look.
You're Miss Day's boyfriend, aren't you?
Nick shakes his head.
Yes, you are. I've seen you here before, and you're definitely her boyfriend.
I used to be, but not anymore.
Well, stay away from her if you know what's good for you.
He does the I'm watching you thing with his fingers and eyes. Banks feels around his pockets for something.
Have you seen my note cards?
Flash forward interior school classroom afternoon.
My name is Cece Perrick. I'm a model with side jobs, but I'm mostly a model.
She's gone rouge.
Do you know Megan Fox?
How often do you eat?
Why does your hair look like that?
When was your last modeling job?
It's been a while.
So are you really still a model?
That is an excellent question.
Flash forward interior school classroom a little while later.
My name is Banks. I've also modeled. I've been all over the world with the Peace Corps. I built orphanages in Haiti, and now I work for Bill Gates.
How much money do you make?
Money isn't the most important thing. It's doing what you love and making a difference. Making the world a better place is what is way more important than anything money can buy.
All of the girls in the class swoon and hang on every word. The boys look at him like he's the coolest thing they've ever seen. Flash forward interior classroom a little while later.
My name is Winston Bishop.
His eyes flutter open and closed.
I used to play basketball in Latvia with Carmelo Anthony while I interviewed him on the radio, arrested one of his teammates, and flew the team around the world.
How did you do all those things at once?
When did Mello play in Latvia?
Very carefully, a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away. I flew there once,
So what's your career?
having jobs.
He begins to doze off again. Schmidt drags him away. Flash forward, interior classroom a little while later.
I'm Nick Miller. I was almost a lawyer, but that didn't quite work out, so I'm in the service industry.
What does that mean?
Yeah, what do you do now?
I serve people.
What do you serve them?
Happiness. Stay in school, kids.
The children applaud. Reveal Dr. Blackwell and Dr. Foster are sitting in the back of the classroom. Dr. Blackwell jots notes with an eyebrow raised.
Okay, Schmidt, the floor is yours.
I'm Schmidt.
But what's your first name?
It doesn't matter. Why didn't anyone ask him that? I'm in marketing. I'm the only guy in my office, which is really bad, but also really good.
Frankie makes a cutthroat motion to Nick. Nick makes a bunch of nonsense hand and leg motions that are meant to be threatening back at him, and then points at him. Jess catches it out of the corner of her eye.
So even though I hate my job, I have lots of money, friends, and women, and I go to a lot of parties.
What about making the world a better place?
That's for chumps. You can't play nice with the big dogs. They'll eat you.
The kids are stunned. He walks by Jess.
You're welcome.
Act 4. Interior school classroom afternoon.
Okay, so that was a disaster. I'm really sorry. Look, I love being an educator. I love my students, I love teaching, and I love inspiring young people. I know we witnessed a lot of mistakes here today, but mistakes lead you on your way. Sometimes you'll mess up, sometimes you'll get knocked down, but you have to keep fighting for what you love.
She looks at Dr. Blackwell and Dr. Foster and over to her friends.
And I will always fight for you guys, and I hope you'll find what you love and fight for it too. It's getting way too intense in here. Does anyone want to craft?
Everyone scatters to get supplies. Schmidt, Nick, Cece, Winston, Coach, Banks, Frankie, and a few other students sit in a circle of desks, crafting. The adults are too big for the middle school desks.
You know, you're not only stunning, but you're also quite talented.
You're not so bad yourself.
What is that supposed to be? It looks like something Ferguson left in the litter box.
I'll admit, I'm not very good at arts and crafts. I'm much better at other things.
Crafting buildings.
Come on, Cece. You know he means S-E-X.
Shut up, Schmidt.
7th graders know what that spells.
Jess appears behind Nick and whisper yells at him.
What was going on with you and Frankie?
It wasn't me.
I bet you do all of that humanitarian work just to impress women.
Well, it certainly doesn't hurt, but that's not why I do it.
Frankie scoots closer to Cece.
I feel used. You've been trying so hard to outdo Banks this whole time that you just...
His head hits the desk. He's asleep again.
I really don't understand why you've been so hostile to me.
Frankie smiles at Cece and nods his head back like, sup, at Nick. Nick makes the turtle face.
I can't believe you let a 13-year-old goad you into something like that. Are you crazy?
Cece buries her face in her hands.
Could you guys please just stop already?
Yeah, you heard the lady. You are so lucky I'm not wearing my thumb ring right now because I'd tattoo your face, son.
Enough!
Yeah, kid. Who do you think you are?
What? Banks?
He's kind of a jerk.
He's a child!
He's a jerky child. I hate jerky children. Bad memories.
Coach taps Jess on the shoulder and points to Frankie, under the desk, tying Winston's shoelaces together. Act 5, interior loft, kitchen, night. Jess, Cece, Winston, Coach, and Nick stand around the kitchen island.
I'm so sorry, Jess.
I'm
Yeah,
really
me too.
sorry
That
too,
was
Jess.
awful.
We sucked. We sucked horribly.
It's for the best, I guess.
I'm just glad you didn't get fired.
Me too! They were actually impressed that I kept my composure in that situation.
I'm giving this modeling thing another try. Thanks for pushing me, Jess.
You're really inspiring.
I'm just glad I already have my career picked out. I think. Maybe I can do both.
And mine is terrifying. But maybe that's why it's right.
I can't believe there are two of them.
They all stare straight ahead into the dining room. Reveal Banks and Schmidt draped in kimonos and prattling on happily, making friendship bracelets.
I'm thinking of going hiking in Laurel Canyon before I leave. Can I borrow your cowboy hat? I didn't bring one.
Yeah, sure. I was thinking of getting my tips frosted, but I'll just do it naturally, like you.
Jar! Both of you.